Hey there traders, this is Steve Marley, the market chartist for FX Explained, and our regular weekly MacroWatch update for the week commencing the 18th of April 2022. Higher yield pressures see value stocks outperform growth counterparts. Let's kick off with the macroeconomic and geopolitical developments from last week. Well, US headline CPI data last week leapt by 1.2% in March, with the year-over-year rise at 8.5%, above consensus expectations to a 4-decade high. More hawkish comments came from Charles Evans of the Fed, historically a dove, regarding accelerated rate hikes, and echoed the comments the prior week from another dove, Lael Brainard. The European Central Bank did not, however, assume a more hawkish stance at its meeting on Thursday. Earnings season kicked off in the US, with the financials disappointing somewhat, JP Morgan leading the sector lower. And the financial markets have continued to be less directly impacted by the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Now let's take a look at the global financial market developments for last week ending the 15th of April. Well, as we said there, value stocks outperforming. The Dow Jones Industrial Average is more sideways last week, losing a little bit of ground but then rebounding, more still in a consolidation phase. However, the Nasdaq remained vulnerable, losing further ground, having lost significant ground, giving back some of the March rebound in here, about 50% of the March rebound last week. The DAX in here, European stocks more solid last week, dipped and then rebounded, partly to do with the more dovish tone, or the less expected hawkish tone, so de facto more dovish tone from the ECB, and also from the weakening of the European currency. Yield pressures still remain to the upside, with higher yields globally being led higher by the US. And that's seen the dollar strengthen across the board within G3, with dollar strengthening against the yen and strengthening against the euro remaining vulnerable versus the dollar. And we've also seen the risk currencies lose ground to the dollar, the Australian dollar here losing significant ground over the past 2 weeks. Gold has broken out slightly to the upside, or trying to break out from its consolidation phase from the last 3 weeks, but still remains more in a broader range but with a more bullish tone. And similarly, oil in here had the opportunity for a more negative signal and actually rebounded strongly last week, so now again signaling a slightly more positive tone in a range environment. And copper very much paralysed at the moment, sideways in here for the past 4 weeks. Now let's take a look at the week ahead, commencing the 18th of April. Well, we're closely going to be watching for potential for Ukraine talks to improve, but probably unlikely at the moment at this stage though for a ceasefire, and also going to be monitoring for a possible military escalation in Ukraine. Monday the 18th of April is the Easter Monday holiday, with markets closed in the UK and Europe, but the US is open. On the central bank side, we get the RBA meeting minutes on Tuesday, and we get the People's Bank of China interest rate decision Wednesday. And we also get Fed Chairman Jerome Powell speaking Thursday. And also on Thursday, the Governor of the Bank of England, Bailey, speaks. And he also speaks again on Friday. On the earnings side, we're going to watch out for Bank of America, Johnson & Johnson, Netflix, Tesla, Procter & Gamble and Verizon, all coming next week. So on the data front, as we said, markets in UK and Europe closed on Monday. US open. We get Chinese GDP and retail sales data on Monday. Those RBA meeting minutes on Tuesday. Canadian CPI Wednesday, followed by New Zealand CPI on Thursday. Fed Powell and the Bank of England's Bailey both speaking Thursday. And then we get UK retail sales, the S&P Global Flash PMIs on Friday, and also the Bank of England Bailey speaking again Friday. I'm going to wish you all a great trading week. Please do stay safe out there. Don't forget to hit that like button if you like what you're seeing. And don't forget to follow us on our YouTube channel. And I'll be back with you with another MacroWatch next week. So traders, don't forget to catch us on the next FX Explained MacroWatch and all the great content on fxexplained.co.uk.